Here's the kicker, Jake Bates, ready to get this one started.
And off we go from Lincoln Financial Field.
And they will be backed up deep. Trouble here as they're going to start this drive at the 6.
Project X. This ain't what you want.
To throw at the outset, here's Hurts. He'll get this one complete. That's A.J. Brown. And he's out of bounds, able to get it across the 20-yard line. A good start offensively. 15 yards on the game's initial play.
1st and 10 at the 22-yard line.
Now they can breathe a little easier, some room to operate as they've got it 1st and 10 now out past the 20. Hurts sets up to throw it. And that one into the hands of Brown downfield. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. Another big play as they get 28 out of that one.
It's pretty evident what they want to do, the same connection to start the game on back-to-back throws.
But when you've got a big-time target, you've got to go to him. The flip side is, shouldn't the defense know that? They should be better prepared.
Absolutely. They're going to have to step up and in a hurry.
Go Silver, ready?
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. Flying in for that sack, Aiden Hutchinson.
And this is what you've got to do against a quarterback like him. You've got to keep him in the pocket and not let him get to the perimeter, because once he gets outside, that's where he can really hurt you.
Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack.
Great. Hey, let's go. Trimmer. Hey, 63. Crowd left, Yeti.
Hurts. He's got Brown on the out route complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 3rd catch for him on this drive alone, and it'll give him a 1st down. Well, that's not just his first, not his second, already his 3rd completion here on the opening drive. And I think it's safe to say that getting him the ball in this game, one of their top priorities.
And a top priority for the defense has got to be finding ways to cover him. And I don't think you can have one basic coverage to get it done. You have to throw a number of coverages at him, make him think as he's running downfield, and hope you can create a little bit of havoc.
They'll run for the first time with Saquon Barkley. And he'll get it inside the 35.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Throwing is Hurts. Man open left side is Brown. And it's going to be another 1st down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 19. Philadelphia picking up the 1st on a gain of 15. Well, they're not hiding who their central focus is on offense. Charles, he already now has 4 receptions here on this opening drive.
And I know people who are watching the game are thinking, did they forget about him in the defensive game plan? But it's actually been the opposite. They're giving him a lot of attention, but he's been very creative and savvy in his route running and finding seams and openings in order to create these completions.
Great.
Here's Hurts to throw. Throwing for Smith on the out route, and it's caught. And he'll take it from the 18 to the 15, a gain of 3.
But that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
No touch.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Hurts. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play.
No score after one on EA Sports.
Ninth play coming up here on this drive. This is 3rd and a yard. Again, he'll drop to throw.
Able to find the open man. That's complete.
And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown.
Devontae Smith on the receiving end from Jalen Hurts. And the Eagles go coast to coast and finish the drive off with 6 points.
Elliott good on the extra point. And it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. Goff and this Lions offense set for a 1st and 10
at their 25-yard line. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
One of the great coaches said football is really a simple game. Rush theirs, protect yours. And he's talking about those guys throwing the football. In this situation, the rush run, hitting the quarterback and forcing him into an incompletion.
Gone.
Throw over the middle. He finds Williams.
That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
That's a gain of 8. Brings up 3rd and 2.
Like 20.
Here's Goff.
He's got his target. That's complete.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.
It's a gain of 10. And the Lions 1st down.
Now Goff.
That's caught. It's Sam Laporta. And he'll be touched down at the end, but a big play on that one.
Well, that's one way and a good way to get things going offensively. One play in, and they're already on the move. The defense, they're hoping that's not a sign of things to come as this game unfolds.
Again, Goff.
He gets this out wide to Gibbs.
Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And that will bring up 2nd down.
Now that's the type of play that gives you a chance to win. Nothing forced downfield where you don't have a guy open. Swing it out to the back and maybe even check it down, whatever you want to call it. Gain of 5. You're just trying to get 4 on 1st down. They're ahead of the chains now.
So from the 25, this is 2nd and 5.
Goff now looking to throw. Now he'll tuck this and run. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
I thought at first he'd try to run, but he just kept buying time to his right. Finally, nothing there. He wisely gets rid of it.
Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. To throw is Goff. And that'll be caught by St. Brown. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
That's a big conversion there on 3rd down, and this has been a great opening drive. You know, at this point, they'd hate to settle for 3, but they've created a fresh set of downs and a 1st and goal.
Throwing again is Goff. And he'll just get rid of it.
Great coverage down in the end zone. He's scanning the field, looking, No one ever came open. So in the end, he makes the best decision and just fires it over the end line.
They'll go again here from the 10-yard line on 2nd and goal. Quick toss by Goff is complete. And inside the 5 here before he's out of bounds right at the 3. They'll wind up getting 7 on the completion, but they'll still be faced now with a 3rd and goal situation. Goff going to move his guys around a bit. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. From the 3-yard line once more. Now here's 3rd and goal. Montgomery. Only a yard that time, so now a decision to be made here on 4th and goal. This is a long drive offensively. Wouldn't you hate to end this with just 3 points?
Doesn't it feel like during a ball game you have certain narratives going on and there's certain drives that seem to take on just a bit more importance than others? This feels like one of those, doesn't it? To me, 3 points here, a major letdown. This is the time to go and put 6 on the board.
The offense is staying out there. Here we go on 4th and goal from the 1. Now they'll bring one of their tight ends in motion right. And in for the Lions, touchdown. Brock Wright from a yard out. And the Lions take the chance on 4th and goal, and it pays off with 6. And a little time left on the clock, so on the other side, they're thinking, gosh, we'd like to get that lead right back.
Yeah, thanks for pointing that out. Here I am, go ahead and tapping out the first half.
Well,
there's still time. They've got to make a decision about what they want to do on the kickoff, where they want to let their return guy touch it.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And with a little under a minute to play, they may be looking to pick up some yardage here, maybe try and come up with a field goal to seize the lead before intermission. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. That one downfield for Dotson. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
If I'm making excuses, and I am, sometimes the sun can be difficult on a ball like that. That looked like it was going to be right there, but it's in and out of his hands. And a potential big play goes by the wayside.
To throw again on 2nd down. Hurts. Now Hurts is going to do it himself. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the 1st down. That one a broken play, but it ends up being a good play. The scramble goes for 20.
Well, here's your first example of how this guy can beat you in more ways than one, because they took away his arm, but he was more than happy to dissect them with his legs for that 1st down pickup.
Great, set. Crowd left, yeah. Hey! Alpha. Hey, Silver. Hey, easy, 63, back. Carl Levieri.
They'll look to throw here on first down.
Looking right side, and it's intercepted. Jack Campbell with a pick.
And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops.
They'll take over first and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Cut. 180.
After the interception, here's Goff.
Setting up the screen. This is Gibbs.
The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime.
39-yard line.
Here now, 2nd and 9 from the 39-yard line.
Cut. Hey, Shell. Horrible. Super 66, 12. Horrible.
Goff. And this will be well too low for him to bring in. It's incomplete. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with third down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
180. Here we go. 76. Horrible. What's that?
From the gun on third down, Goff.
Now he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Reed Blankenship. And the Eagles are going to take over at their own 28-yard line. The one side gets an interception, but their defense comes on the field and picks them right back up by getting a pick of their own.
And I think you saw the same thing that I did, Brandon. As he ran off the field after making that play, we saw his quarterback seek him out and offer a personal thank you to bail him out a little bit as the offense takes the field again.
Hey, 63. 60. Carl Levieri.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive.
That one downfield for Dotson.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Avonte Maddox.
And the Lions are going to have it here at their own 15.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And you got to think, if this is anything other than just taking a knee, I'd be very surprised.
Yeah, they've got enough to talk about at the half. Why do anything else? Just get out of there.
Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
Sometimes I forget how much information he has to go through before the ball's even snapped. But what a diagnosis right there. Saw the play, shot through the gap like a rocket, and ends up spilling it for a loss.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. They'll send a receiver in motion to the right.
Now a throw here out wide. He might be looking to throw this again.
And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. Looked like some hands both ways. They got it on the offense.
Sometimes there's a fine line between being the receiver and the DB, and he knocked that one away. Might have caused an incompletion that could have been an interception.
And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half.
Hard ball. 180.
The final shot before break here. Goff.
A short pass here taken in by Laporta.
And brought down, but not before reaching the 25. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. Set and ready to go for the second half. 1 touchdown apiece, 7-7 our score. A little juke. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. The second half starts with a run by Gibbs. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
What a way to start a drive. An excellent run, a tone setter, and now if you want to take a shot on 2nd down and go play action and make it look like the same exact play and throw it over the top, you can do so because you've established the run in a big way.
DC. What's that?
2nd down, and they go back to Gibbs. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
And that's a nice pickup of a 1st down on that 2nd down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that play on any down.
Here's Goff. And this one incomplete. Threw it down at the feet of his receiver.
That play looked off right from the beginning because I think he hurt himself a little bit and ended up making the throw short of the back on the screen attempt. It falls incomplete.
Second and 10 now. 3rd quarter action from Philadelphia, PA.
Like 20. Hold on. Check.
Goff now to throw. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. That winds up pushing him back 11 yards on the sack. And that'll bring up 3rd.
So now following the sack, Goff and the Lions needing to come up with something here on 3rd and long.
180. Maverick.
Now the play clock hits 0 here, and we're going to get a delay.
Penalty accepted, and that pushes him back 5.
After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long.
Goff going to shift him around.
Go, tonight. 180. Obama. Go, 12. Go.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Gibbs. He's got this almost to the 40 before going out. Call it a gain of 12, but of course not a 1st down due to the previous penalty.
This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more.
Tiger, Tiger. Value 3, value 3.
They go ahead and snap it. Gone. They'll let this go deep for St. Brown. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Amon-Ra St. Brown, 61 yards. And the Lions' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. That certainly went against the traditional ways of playing football, but who cares? Look at the result. Big touchdown.
They went for it on their own side of the 50. So there's conservative, there's aggressive, and there's really aggressive, which is what we just saw there. Tip of the cap to them.
Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 14-7. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. 25 yards there on the catch and run.
I'm sure after he caught the ball and looked up, he thought to himself, trying to find some space, trying to make people miss. But a swarm of defenders were there, and they dropped him behind the line of scrimmage.
They couldn't ask for much more to this point in the second half. A gorgeous day, one-score game. 1st and 10 here.
Hey, 76, crowd left Yanni. Crowd left Yanni.
Hurts sets up to throw it. And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. Aleem McNeil, what an effort to get in there and drop him.
Well, they got a takeaway on the last drive with an interception. How about this sack as a terrific follow-up? And that keeps pressure on this offense, and it could force them into more rush decisions or another turnover.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here.
Great, set.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back quite a ways here, facing 2nd and 19.
Great, set.
And now an audible here into something else. Hurts gets this to Saquon Barkley out of the backfield. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. The Eagle passing game looking good on this drive. It's a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Hey, 73.
Here's Hurts to throw. And it's caught on the right side of Smith. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And it's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 34-yard line.
Great, set. Crowd left Yanni. Hey, Silver. Tiger Hornet. 73, 63, 63, 60.
Throwing is Hurts. This will be caught by Brown. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. Hurts connecting there with Brown for the Eagles first.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the fourth. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
Go silver, ready? Yeti, Yeti. Hey. Crowd left, Yeti. Hey, easy, 63, 6, hey, 73, 73. Man. Man. Crowd left, Yeti.
They'll look to throw again. This short throw caught by Goddard. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll be second down.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice, easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage.
Hey, let's go, let's go, let's go. Trimmer, trimmer, trimmer. Alpha, alpha, alpha. Crowd left, Yeti. Crowd left, Yeti. Crowd left, Yeti. No touch.
To throw again on second down. Hurts. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
Once you get into the red zone, space is at a premium for receivers to try and operate and shake themselves free. That one's incomplete.
No touch that. And anyway, that. No touch.
Back to throw again. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Jahan Dotson from 17 yards out. And the Eagles are an extra point away from tying this game here in the final minutes. We are set up for a fantastic finish now. A fourth-quarter touchdown here. We're an extra point away from a tie football game.
And I know they're thinking about possibly going for 2, but I'd go ahead and kick this one and just get it back to level.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And an important one that is, as we are all tied now early in this fourth quarter. Now this one setting up for a great finish. All tied in the fourth as the kick's away. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20.
At their own 18-yard line.
This is first and 10.
Cut. Black 20.
They'll fake the give. Now gone. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. That pass just a little bit off. It looked like maybe he tried to force it in there.
Game speed, always different, no matter what you do in practice. You can't simulate it, right? So your decision-making, everything has to be a little bit quicker. Sometimes it can throw you off until you adjust.
They'll come up now on second down. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35.
A gain of 19 yards. And the Lions first down. First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
On 1st and 10, here's Gibbs. Down the right sideline. And down to the 19-yard line. Charles, just a gigantic play right there.
Absolute breakdown defensively, but take no credit away. A huge gain, and that turns things around.
Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now.
And the Lions first down.
Now flags, and we're going to get a delay of game.
Well, just a little too lackadaisical, Charles, and they didn't get up and snap the ball in time. Delay of game.
Yeah, and I'm not sure if he understood where the clock was located. In different stadiums, it's in different places. You have to check that in pregame and make sure you're aware so you don't run into penalties like these.
Penalties not what they needed here. 1st and 15.
Now Goff. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9.
And when you have success throwing the football, the old cliche becomes true. The playbook opens up wide, and these screen passes, they become even more difficult to stop.
Now 2nd down and a few inches.
120.
Trying the left side with Gibbs. And that's a touchdown as they've broken our tie here in the final minute of the 4th.
Well, any thoughts about overtime have ended at this juncture. That touchdown puts them up 6. I would imagine they'll kick the extra point now and rely on their defense.
Yeah, rely on their defense. So a little bit of time left on the clock here in the 4th, but they got to feel good now. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is now 21-14.
Eagles 14.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And he's going to be taken down inside the 10 at about the 8-yard line. Here's 1st down.
Good, set. On anyone, huh? Hey, 72. Hey. Count up, Yeti. Alpha.
And now the Lions going to stop us momentarily as they call a timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages.
Count up, Yeti. Count up, Yeti. Good, set. On anyone, huh? Hey, Silver. Yeti. Go Silver, right? Alpha. 63. Hey, easy, 63, bad. Tiger Hornet. Kyle Love Yeti.
He's back to throw.
And that's complete to Brown. And he will get out of bounds here to stop the clock, but not a huge pickup there. 6, maybe 7. They come up now on 2nd and 2.
2nd and 2.
73. Hey. Kyle Love Yeti. Hey, 73.
Back to throw.
Pass complete. Goddard. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts,
Gain of 19 yards.
as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the ball game.
First down. First and 10 at the 35-yard
Back
line.
to throw. He's got Brown on the out route complete. And he will get out of bounds here to stop the clock, but not a huge pickup there. 6, maybe 7.
Brings up second and 3.
Like a hornet. Crowd love Yeti. Crowd love Yeti. Crowd love Yeti. Duo left. Hey, Silver. Yeti. Go Silver, ready? Delta.
He'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down. One final shot now. I'm not even sure he can get it to the end zone, though, from this distance.
That's going to take as much arm as he has, and you actually have to plan for the contingency. Maybe you're playing a tip. Try and get someone down who can tip it up and keep it for your own team and try and get to the end zone that way.
63. Hey, easy, 69. 73. Crowd love Yeti. 9.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts. And as the two teams talking over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
First and 10 at the 33-yard line.
73. Crowd love Trimmer. Silver, bad. Hey, easy, 63, bad. They'll touch.
They'll look to throw. This ball in it, and he coughs up the football near his own goal line. And the ball ends up out of bounds, so it'll be a loss on the play. So this one's over. It's a win for the Detroit Lions, and of course,